Hey and welcome to PowerJackRepair.net. Today we got a Samsung 940X and np940x5j-K02US. The client states that the jack is no longer working. So let's see. It doesn't look that bad. Let's open it up. Let's see, is there a light someplace? No light anywhere. Let's power it up. Okay, so it's powering up. Ativ, Samsung Ativ it's called. Alright, let's see. Ativ. Right, so the good thing is the laptop powers up. The bad thing, it's probably powering up from the battery. And we will see in a second why. Let's see. Yeah, there is a movement here. And I want to see if I want to show the client's info. Alright, but there's basically no charge coming through. So here is the, as you can see, right there it shows that the battery, it's running on battery, even though we are plugged in right here. So if we wiggle it around, nothing is happening. Alright, so let's shut it down. And nothing's going on. The first thing I want to do is check this power supply to make sure the power supply is working fine. And in order for me to do so, I need to find a similar type of jack. Alright, here it seems like a relatively compatible jack. Alright, so we plug it in. Alright. Let's set the voltmeter to 50 volts. And let's measure the minus. Let's measure the plus. So the current goes out of the plug just fine. So here it shows me, as you can see, it shows me 20 volts. So it's not the power supply. Power supply provides the electricity just fine. I want to put the jack back where I got it from, because otherwise it's easy to lose the jack. Alright, so the problem is inside someplace. Let's take it apart by using just a screwdriver, like that, like that, like that. Okay. I don't think this jack is mounted to the motherboard. I think this jack is separate from the motherboard. So hopefully, so we took, no, it's It's mounted to the motherboard. Wow. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is power up my light. Let's disconnect the battery. Alright. So battery is disconnected. I'm not sure if I need, yeah, I need to remove the battery too. Let's try even screwdriver here. No. All right. I wonder if I just pick it up. Or do I pull it? Probably pick it up. Okay. Okay, I like that. Good job. A jack like that. I wonder if I got it. But anyways, we already taken it apart. Let's see if we can just continue taking it apart. All right. Okay. I might want to get a different screwdriver because this one is a bit Alright, so let's see if you can just disconnect the bridge. Maybe there are screws under here, maybe not. So what we do is we just lift it up, I guess. My guess, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so that's just the top cover. Then we disconnect the SSD. Okay, and then well, let's remove this fan. Alright. Okay. Yeah, we have to disconnect this one too because the screw is holding down the heatsink. Alright, so here, like that. Alrighty. Alright, and we are able to disconnect the motherboard. Ooh, I see the problem right away. As you can see right there is the burr mark right here. So it should look just like this, that, but this is a burnt area right there. Not much burning on this side, but basically this is where the connection is at. And that's where the problem is at. So assuming I don't have a jack like that, which I should have, probably. Give me 1 second, I need to take a look if I have exactly the same jack. Well, situation is that I do have a jack like that, but for some reason it's not a new jack. So let's see if we can. Yeah, that's maybe I tried to install it, but it didn't work. Well, let's see. Okay, I see how this thing, so that's a plus. Well, I have exactly the same, not exactly, no, it's not exactly. This is not exactly the same one. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I just checked the stock. We don't have this jack here at this location. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desolder this jack right now, and later today or tomorrow I will go to the other location and get the jack from there, because it shows that we have about 10 jacks at the other location. I guess the jacks from China come to the other locations, and sometimes they don't get to this point until really necessary. So yeah. Well, anyways, let me show you how to remove this jack from the motherboard securely, so you wouldn't damage the motherboard. And the soldering a new jack isn't really that hard. It just reverse process as long as everything is nice and clean. So here, I apologize that it took some time, but I had to verify that we got the jack someplace and that we wouldn't have to. We're gonna be able to finish the job basically. So my only concern is that there's too much burning on this side, right there. For this particular jack, I think it's a good idea to add solder to this point, to that point, and that point on the top, as well as add solder on the bottom, right there, right there, right there, and right there. And basically add some hot air, and it's gonna just fall off from the motherboard. The reason I'm gonna add solder, not remove the solder, because the new solder gonna mix with the old solder, and it's gonna let it go much more easily that way. Alright, so it seems like I'm not gonna be able to damage anything around here. So yeah, all of those components are secure. The Captain tape is basically to prevent any damage to the motherboard. So let's desolder this piece, and I'm probably gonna head out to the other location right after this laptop, because, and maybe I would be able to combine the two videos into the one, or maybe I'm gonna forget to make the second part of the video and not combine anything together. I don't know, we will see. I'm sure we have another video of 940x repair someplace, like from a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3, 4, whatever. But yeah, let me show you how to get this thing resoldered. So desoldered. Well guys, this is it probably for this video, because I have to drive to the other location, get the other jack from the... We got two locations, one for mailing, one is for walking clients. So if you're in Chicago, you're gonna go to the other location. And let us know if you need this kind of jack, so that I would bring it from one of the locations. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and the jack is removed. I just need to solder the new one in and put it all back together. Alright, thank you, bye. Alright, so this is part 2. I got the new piece from the other location. Looks like that. So if you decide to send it to us, send us an email saying send us an email with the model of your laptop. Alright, so good. I have to do some modifications to the jack, and it should be Alrighty, let's see if my invention. This jack is almost exactly the same as the old one. It just the front legs are slightly different, and I want to make sure that the holes gonna align with the jack. And let's see if they align. Well, yeah, I mean, everything aligns. Slight problem is that I still don't hear a click. There should be a click. Let's see, do I hear a click when I get this guy out? Yeah. So like that, we get the click, everything holds fine. But we need to do something about the plug to make it slightly, to make it go more deeply into the system. So let's power up the light. Okay. All right. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful life. Alright, so here we just connect this cable here. We connect that cable right there. Like that. Like that. I wonder if this conducts electricity. No, it doesn't conduct electricity, so that's a good thing. But nevertheless, I'm gonna put some tape on top of the plug right there. Let's see where's the tape plug. seriously. Alrighty. So I don't see any more screws left. That means all of the screws are in the motherboard. This is connected perfectly fine. This is connected fine. That cable right here needs to be connected. Alright, this is connected. This is pristine. This one connected. This one is connected too. Alright, time to connect the battery. Alright. Let's screw it down first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 right here. Now the last step is to connect the battery. It needs to be the last step, because if you drop a screw, it might short the motherboard. Alright, so like that. Now without touching anything else, we just cover everything up down like that. Okay, now let's screw everything down in place. I did order another set of jacks for this particular model. Hopefully it's gonna arrive sometime soon. This is 2019, so if you are sending it to us after July 2019, we're gonna have the proper jacks for this laptop, which are identical to what you got inside. This one was also for Samsung, but probably for 930 or for some, but I mean it fit fine. The connection is fine too. I just want to make sure this is all screwed back in. Alright. good job. Screw down a bit more. Let's open it up. Power up the power supply. And alright, so when we plug it in, we see right away right here. You see, oh yeah, right there. So it's charging right away. So the new jack did solve the problem right away. It started to charge right away. So we disconnect it, plug it back in, and it charges right away. But since this is slightly modified jack, it has much deeper way to go in there. So what I'm gonna do is I will shorten the barrel right here, the insulation around the barrel. Once it's shortened, the plug can go into the jack farther in, and that will make it stay there a lot deeper. Even though the plug is good, what I want to do is this here. I'm going to demonstrate it to you once. So I'm thinking about 3 millimeters. Alright. 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 Now, like that, like that, like that. All right, so let's see how far. What I want to do is I want to hear it click, because this jack can click, but if I don't hear the click, I might shorten it a bit more. The plug is grooved to not here. Still need to shorten it a bit more. Okay. Alright, good job. Now it clicks, I can hear it being clicked in. Clicked in. Alright, good job. So now it's all nice and solid inside. Let me double check if, again, the red light right here is still on. Right there, red light. Meaning it charges, power up the alright, and I will just double check to make sure that keyboard, touchpad, everything works. Again, we are at powerjackrepair.net. We fix laptops alright, so right there, as you can see right here, it's plugged in, better performance charging. Alrighty, thanks so much. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.